Hello students, welcome back to our lecture, Report Writing and Internal Correspondence. Today we are going to start with a new topic, that is Project Report. Now, what is a project report? A project report is a temporary endeavor undertaken to create a unique product or service. Now here temporary means that the project has an end date and unique means that the project's end result is different from results of other functions of the organization. So here you can say project can take a variety of forms like a wall construction, a shared service project or other collaborative individual efforts. Now here you have to keep in mind in a project report we have to undertake a planned activities, like it should have an objective with a beginning then an end, and there should be a team of people, you can say like community members, government personnel, conservation staff, etc. involved in it. Their purpose is here to achieve a specific goal. So here you can say a project report is a planned and goal-oriented socio-economic development activity which mainly requires financial investment or human participation over a given period of time. Like for example, construction of physical infrastructure, then the extension of credit or financing or any other thing which require, here you will also require management of natural as well as human resources. The things involved in all this process is known as what? A project report. Now here mainly if you want to know the meaning of project, here you can say a project is a plan that coordinates a set of limited scope activities that do not need to be divided into several major projects in order to reach a major non-recurring goal. So here from this we can conclude that a project plan is a part of a major program or plan with a distinct objective that is to be achieved within the given period of time. It can be dealt with only one particular subject, like building a wall, or you can say development of infrastructure or shared service project, any other thing. Project deals with only one objective that you have to keep in mind, and here each project requires a layout as well as physical or you can say financial resources. You can say in physical resources you have human resources. Here you have to keep in mind all this. The project report is mainly supported by budget. Project plans are required for developing an advertisement campaign, building a bridge or flyover, etc. For all these purposes you require a project report. Now we will see what are the features of a project report, what a project report should consist of. Here you have to keep in mind a project report should have a definite objective. Once the objective is achieved, you can say your project report is accomplished. Then the other thing you have to keep in mind that a project report works within scheduled time framework. Exceeding the time frame would mean delay in completion of the project, and after that each project should be headed by a project manager who has the authority to direct the personnel to complete the project within the scheduled framework of financial and non-financial resources. He, you can say, is the head of the project. Here each project, here you have to keep in mind, is complex and unique with regard to interdependence of activities. Then the project team should consist of people from different functional areas of the organization, like they may have production, people related to production, people related to marketing, then human resource, etc. And every project is supported by budget that you have to keep in mind. It is expected to accomplish its objective within the assigned funds only. After that, what is the objective of project work? Now, here you have to keep in mind the main objective of the project work is to record the findings and the results of the project completed within the given time. Here, it helps in developing research model, hypothesis, means here you have to give the facts about the particular thing, collecting data, you have to interpret it and to reach to the conclusions regarding the topic of the project. Here, it highlights the main objective of the project is to highlight the impact of managerial actions or functional areas of the organization. Here, you can say a project report provides scope in depth. Here, it helps in obtaining financial and non-financial assistance from various institutions. Here, you can say a project report also helps in obtaining sanctions from the government for clearing the project. Now, we are going to move to the next subtopic, that is contents of a project report. What should be there in your project? Now, first thing your project should contain is first page, that is of contents. In contents, you will have front cover, inside cover, table of contents, basic project data, maps, summary, etc. After that comes introduction. In introduction, you will give in short the background of the project, purpose of the project and the method of reviewing the project. Third comes brief description of project performance. Here you will state achievements against performance indicators, qualitative assessment of individual components, etc. Then fourth one is factors affecting performance. Then fifth one, you can say institutional issues, sustainability issues and gender here. Here you have to keep in mind like the environmental issues, technical issues which you have undergone, then you have to solution which you have proposed, description and assessment of the revised project should also be mentioned here. After that, description of revised project, that means here you have to write about the activity, cost of revised project, activity actions and issues. Then after that comes conclusion recommendations. Here you have to write the conclusion, what are your findings, what you want to say, what you want to conclude about the project. And in the recommendation part, you will suggest according to your findings of the facts what you want to suggest to the higher authorities, that you will write in the recommendation parts. Then in that you will speak about the lessons you have learned and all. Then last come appendices. In appendices you will mention the revised logical framework. You have to mention your indicative cost of the revised project, then indicative financial and economic analysis, then assessment of performance. So here you have to keep in mind the project report should consist all of these features. Now next thing we will see how to write a project report. Here I will tell you some guidelines to write a project report. Three things while writing a project report, you have to keep in mind three things like review, revision and finalization. Now while you are preparing the first draft report by the team, the following steps you should take into consideration. Like the review team will first finalize the draft report and forward it to activity manager. Then the activity manager collects the comments and sends them to the team for preparation of final draft. Once he goes through, activity manager, once he goes through the report, he will make a final, if any changes are required, he will do that and he will prepare a final draft. We will ask him to prepare a final draft. Then the activity manager sends the final draft to post for review. Now if the post needs to discuss any of their views on final draft with the desk, they do this before providing the reviewing a copy of the final draft to the partner government and implementing agency. Then comments received from them are incorporated into final draft, normally by the review team leader. And if redesigning of the project is recommended, the managing contractor is asked to prepare the change frame and revise costing, and then it is negotiated. That you have to keep in mind. Now, there are certain essential elements which are required in a good report. We are going to see all those essential elements one by one. Now, before that, you have to keep in mind, when you are finalizing a report, finalization of report is required. Here you have to include certain points like general information, like the report should refer to the industry which it belongs, its history, etc., so that the reader knows about the industries or the enterprise to which the report is related. Then afterwards you have to mention the study of alternatives. You have to take into account various alternative plans regarding outputs to be produced, production capacity available, requirement, location, etc. Then project details should also be mentioned here, related to technology, process, location, capital requirement, power, fuel, water transport, managerial efficiency, effect on the environment and all, everything should be mentioned there. Then the commercial aspects. Here you have to, it should contain details regarding commercial viability, like it should be related to the demand in the market, areas which should be covered, price, then the past trend, what is the present demand, then the financial aspect. It should also include details regarding financial requirement like fixed assets or current assets, or you can say how to raise the fund and all, everything. Then impact on foreign trade should also be mentioned while finalization. Like in case the project needs foreign exchange, its impact on the foreign trade must also be mentioned here. It should be mentioned in the report. Now the next thing, that is essential elements for good report. Now here you have to keep in mind, the quality of reports are the factors which influence by one professional success here. You can say, if the way the person presents a project report shows how a good businessman he or she is. So you can say elements are very much essential here. First one is precision. Now in a good report, the writer is very clear about the exact purpose of writing the report. His investigation, analysis, recommendation are directed by his central purpose. Precision here, you can say, student, it gives a kind of unity to the project here. Here a report should be very brief. It is difficult to define brevity in absolute terms. So here you should be keep in mind, it should be as brief as possible. Brevity should not be achieved at the cost of clarity here. That also should be kept in mind. There should be completeness in your report. The problem which is investigated should be given more importance in the report. The facts should be related to that only. So here you have to keep in mind, the you can say main objective of the report should be mentioned there in limited words, and that should be to the point. Next one is accurate. Here the information presented in a report must be factually correct and error free. That you have to keep in mind. When writing reports, you have to be sure about the double check of the facts and references. Third one is complete. Reports are written to help colleagues or supervisors to make decisions. It includes all information necessary for the readers to understand the situation, problem, proposal, and support all the key assertions and illustrations and explanation. So you have to keep in mind, all these things should be mentioned very clearly. Now in my last lecture we had seen the example of a person, bank manager, who is suggesting that he needs to shift his branch to another spacious place because the present place is inadequate. So very nicely, when the main branch, they have given a task to a XYZ person to investigate the matter, the person has presented the report here. The person very nicely has gone through, he has personally visited the bank, he has you can say interviewed the staff there, then he has seen how in the peak hours of the bank, how it becomes very congested or crowded, so it can hamper the future business of the bank. So why it is very essential? Then the very nicely the person has recommended the other place. He has gone through the findings why that place is very suitable to for the bank to shift there. Then how it can be very convenient for the customers to go there because it is nearby. They don't have to go to other place there. Then but the you can say the rent which the main branch will have to pay for that. So everything should be completely mentioned in the project report so that the person finds it very easy to take decision. Then the fourth thing, simple and unambiguous language. Here you can keep in mind, you have to keep in mind a good report is written in a simple and unambiguous language. It is a kind of scientific document of practical utility. So hence it should be free from various poetic you can say embellishments like figure of speech, or you can say jargons and all. It should be in a very simple words. It should be very understandable. After that, clarity. A good report is absolutely clear, that you have to keep in mind. Clarity depends on proper arrangement of the facts. The report writer must proceed systematically. He should make his purpose clear, define his sources, state his findings, and finally make the necessary recommendations. After that comes balanced. Present all the sides of the issues fairly and equitably and include the essential information in your report. Even though one has to be very brief as possible, the reader needs minimum amount of information before they can grasp the issue. So you have to, you can say, omit the irrelevant matter, and whatever is relevant should be mentioned in limited words. Then after that, structure clearly and logically. Now clear sentence structure and good transitions are essential for writing effective report. Save the reader's time by making sure that the sentence appears uncluttered, contain well chosen words, proceed logically. So it will help the reader to move on from one point to the other very quickly. After that, relevance. The facts which are presented in a report should not only be accurate but also be relevant. While it is essential that every fact included in a report has a bearing on its central purpose, it should be equally essential to see that nothing relevant has escaped in the inclusion here. You can say irrelevant facts, if are mentioned in the report, it can make the reader confused and the reader may find it incomplete, or he may get misguided. So that should be avoided. After that, reader orientation. Now, a good report is always reader oriented. While drafting a report, you have to keep in mind that the person who is going to read it, a good report is meant for the person who is going to read it. So the keeping in mind the person who is going to read it, you have to prepare a report according to it only. After that is grammatical accuracy. Now here, grammatical accuracy of language is of fundamental importance that you have to keep in mind. It is one of the basic requisites of a good report. So you have to keep in mind faulty construction of sentences makes the meaning of the report obscure or ambiguous, and it won't have a good impression. Lastly is objectivity of recommendations. If recommendations are made at the first end of the report, they must be impartial and objective here. Means you are just recommending, you are just suggesting here. It depends on the higher authority to take the decision. You have to tell them that I recommend, I suggest that XYZ building is good for the bank to shift in, and this is the rent. Though the rent is higher than the present building, but still the area is industrial sector. We have, you can say, we may have many customers from this particular area. If we shift into this building, it is next to the old area, so the customer won't find any problem to come to the bank and all. So here you have to just recommend the thing and then leave it up to the higher authorities. You have to tell them if the feedback is positive, then you may speak to the owner and all like that. So in this way you have to keep in mind all these elements should be there in your report. Now after that, is reporting for a meeting. Now here students, this is yet another topic. Now first thing you have to keep in mind, a meeting report means a meeting has taken place, you are writing a report on that particular meeting, like you can say it is like minutes. So here you have to keep in mind, a meeting report is used to provide information about the discussion that has taken place during a particular meeting. Whatever discussions had taken place in the meeting, the XYZ person will write a report on that particular discussion. So there are different kinds of formal reports for meeting that are used by various firms, like you can say mainly the information which is written, the report which is written about a discussion of the meeting is usually known as what? Reports, or you can say it is also known as minutes. Now what are these reports and minutes? Now here you have to keep in mind, reports and minutes can be also said that they are the record of the proceedings of the meeting. So they have certain features, like they serve as like a legal evidence. Minutes are accepted as a legal evidence in the court of law as they record the official proceedings and decisions of a meeting. These reports are generally not accepted as a legal evidence. You have to that also keep in mind. And after that, time of preparation. Now minutes are prepared after the meeting within a reasonable time. Reports are prepared immediately after the meeting. That is the difference between report and a meeting. After that, form of writing. Minutes that are essentially the records of the decision of the meeting are generally not written in narrative form, whereas the reports are always drafted in a reporting narrative form. They speak about the discussions and arguments which are held in the meeting. After that, nature of transactions and recorded, like the exact resolution passed in the meeting are to be recorded in the minutes, and the reports may contain the exact decision taken at the meeting. After that, the number of evidences. Now for each meeting, a separate minute has to be prepared, whereas report can be summary of more than one meeting also. Then use of the word resolved. Now the word resolved is the starting word while preparing minutes, and the word resolved is not included in the report. That also you have to keep in mind. So here there is a difference, lot of difference between a report and the minute. In general, you have to keep in mind, report is always written in a narrative form, while minute they just tell you about what discussion has taken place, what are the decisions there, and it is mentioned in the minute. Minute is written after a specific time of the meeting, but report is written mainly after the meeting has taken place. Here you have to keep in mind that report cannot serve as a legal document, whereas minute can serve as a legal document. Now we'll see certain guidelines for drafting a meeting report. Here you have to keep in mind, while drafting a meeting report, here you have to write the name of the unit of the meeting report. It should specify the date, time, place at which the meeting was held. The report should be brief and from ambiguity. A brief reading should be given to each item of the report. The language of the report should be simple and easy. All discussions relating to each item must be recorded. A separate paragraph should be used for each matter. Report should be accurately worded to avoid the risk of subsequent misinterpretation. A report should have a good layout. They should use agenda as the framework. The report should be preserved carefully for as a record of documents. The style of the report should be impersonal, objective. Then the display of emotion should not have any place in the report, and it should be very concise and accurate, related to the main points of the discussions and the decisions which are taken or the recommendations which are given in the meeting. And reports should be written so that they are complete one. Means if once the person who is not able to attend the meeting, once he goes through the report, he should come to know what discussions had taken place, what suggestions were given, and what is the conclusion here. Now I'll show you one specimen of that. See here, you have to write the date, points discussed in the meeting. Which points were discussed? Like approval of the minutes from the previous meeting, then discussion of the action list and discussion on the decision list. Discussion of risk log, project progress, consultation with management. Now approval of the previous approval of minutes from previous meeting, like say you can say here Mr. Shah remarked that his comments concerning the developments of new software by the completion were not accurately recorded in the report. He will send a brief email to the note taker with correct reflection of his ideas. The others in attendance approved the minutes. Means he said whatever the person who has recorded, who had made the report, he has not mentioned the accurate remark of Mr. Shah. So he will be again emailing him the first thing and the other people who were there in the meeting, they approved the fact. Action list. A number of actions were cancelled and other new actions were reported. Then decision list. Please refer to the separate action and decision list in appendices for information and decisions that were taken. Risk log. Mrs. L.R. Mate has learned for a new risk that we had overlooked. What should we do if our software supplier declares bankruptcy? The risk has been noted in risk log. Mr. R.B. Pawar will consider the matter further and see what our contracts with the supplier say in this regard. Means this lady here, Mrs. L.R. Mate, she has come with a new point that if the software supplier declares bankruptcy, what we'll do? What can we have to be ready with all the things? What anything may happen. So the members are going to discuss the matter and come to the conclusion. Then partner 1. See here, the Java wing is working hard to realize the software. 3 engineers are now assigned to the project. The detail about that. Then the partner 2, Floor reported that she is now working on a new name for the project. And Mr. R.T. Sate will go ahead and prepare a change proposal. Detail regarding that is also mentioned here. Consultation with management here. In his role as project leader, Mr. R.T. Sate has consulted with the management and your management would like the project to be completed within 1 month or 2 at the most. They have given a specific period. Mr. R.T. Sate reported that he did not consider this feasible, but the team would do its best to make it the impossible possible. Means he's saying the time is not enough, but still he's saying we will try. My team will try to complete it in the given framework. Then appendices, whatever is that, decision list of the project, risk log and all. The detailed things are mentioned here. So in this way children, you have to keep in mind, you can say report of a meeting is mentioned here, whatever has taken place, what the people, what the members have suggested, approval regarding the previous meeting and all everything. Go to the video lecture again, pause and read the page very, you can say carefully and try to understand it. I'll just scroll the page. You need to pause and read it. For today, I'll stop the lecture here. Thank you.